What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success, and in this video here, what I want to talk to you about is why exactly we decided to go only online and direct to consumer for my own clothing brand, and why we don't try to get into traditional physical retailers. I think that this video is really going to blow your mind when you hear about all the benefits of selling online only for your clothing brand. I think you're really going to like this one. Here it is. This channel here is sponsored by my buds over at Design Crowd. And if you need designs made for your clothing brand, then I recommend that you seriously check out Design Crowd. Design Crowd's a website that helps entrepreneurs crowdsource amazing designs from designers located all around the world. And for a special $100 VIP offer for Apparel Success viewers only, head over to www.designcrowd.com/apparel to learn more, or simply use the discount code APPAREL when you post a project on Design Crowd. All right, so why exactly do we sell only online and direct to consumer for our clothing brand and not try to get into traditional physical retailers? There are so many different reasons for this, and I want to jump right into it right now. The first reason is that when you decide to sell direct to consumer, there are way better margins. So the clothing that we'd be able to get into retailers, if we sold the exact same amount of products through that retailer as we do direct to consumer through our website, we'll make way more profit, way more money, and be able to grow way quicker doing that online than if we decide to get into retailers. And the reason for that is because when you sell to retailers, you have to wholesale it to them and you make way less money. The second thing that I want to mention here is that when you sell online direct to consumer, you collect customer data. And there's a saying that if you can't measure it, you can't optimize it, which is very, very true. And when you're selling to retailers, traditional retailers, you don't have any data on who exactly is buying your clothing, and the long-term value of that customer is really hard to nurture. Whereas when you do it online and you collect their email, or you get their data from a Facebook ad and them adding to cart, you can contact them again, or maybe you're following them on Instagram, it's way easier to nurture that relationship and actually learn from the data that you're collecting and all the sales that you're getting so that you can optimize it and scale it up. The third reason why selling direct to consumer without using a third party to sell your clothing, why that's a good thing, is because you have full control over your customer's experience of your company. When you decide to sell through a retailer, you have no idea what that customer's experience is going to be like in that store buying your clothing. When you decide to sell online, direct to consumer, you have full control over that customer's experience, what you decide to throw into that package, and just their whole experience of your company. Another reason why selling online and direct to consumer is huge right now is because you can sell more products, and some of your retailers won't have every item in stock. When people are shopping on your website, you'll have everything right there that you possibly have to offer. It keeps going though. When you decide to sell online, you're giving your shoppers the chance to connect with your brand whenever they want, throughout their day, on their own terms, and they don't need to worry about when your store is open, which leads to another reason why selling online is so good, which is that it saves your consumers the hassle of actually having to get up and go to your physical brick and mortar location. Just the convenience of it is so good. And this is why literally everything, probably within the next 50 years, if I had to predict, is going to go completely online, just like everybody's really already sensing, and why so many physical retailers are closing down and struggling so much right now, and all these locations are dropping, is because online just has so many benefits to the end consumer. And not only for the end consumer, but also for businesses, because they're able to take control back into their own hands and still gain a greater profit margin. And that's why what we're experiencing right now in society is a massive paradigm shift when it comes to consumer behavior. And really, when you look at these big brands like Nike, these legacy brands that are used to this traditional route of their selling channel being through physical retailers, they're now having to compete with all these independent brands that are extremely digitally savvy and able to absolutely dominate online. And it's pretty crazy what we're experiencing right now. But that's why, if you're spending almost all of your time trying to get into these physical retail stores right now, and that's what you're really trying to do in order to grow your brand, that is really what's dying right now in society, and what's really taking that over, and what everything's going to now is this whole online thing. And I know that, everybody here watching this video is probably aware of it, but I wanted to really articulate it in a way that really makes you understand how profound this really is. Now, there are certain benefits of selling in stores that you cannot replicate online, and why physical retail locations may just hold up and be a thing for a little while, which is that shoppers are actually able to feel the products, try on the products, and actually, deal with people one-on-one rather than going online and doing it. And what you're really trying to do online when you're selling through your website or whatever is bridging the mental gap there between somebody just shopping online and actually making them feel like they're trying it on, or like they understand exactly what they're getting when they make that purchase online, because they really haven't felt the product yet, they really haven't seen it yet. And the more that you can do on your website, the more that you can do to actually bridge that gap and make it feel like they're very, very certain of what they're getting and the quality of what they're getting, the better that experience will be. But that's one thing about retail locations that you really can't replicate online, and I'm sure people will be coming out with more creative ways to bridge that gap in the future. Long story short here, they say don't put all of your eggs in one basket. I think it's safe to say that you can put all of your eggs in one basket these days and just go online, because fundamentally at the core of everything, there's a very, very real change in the way that consumers are behaving, and you want to be on top of that trend. So focus online. That's where you're going to do damage and be able to sustain the future of your clothing brand. I hope you got a lot out of this video here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Drop your brand down there as well. I like to check out the brands that are watching these videos. And if you haven't already, check out my clothing brand marketing masterclass. It's 100% free to watch. All you have to do to get access is go to www.apparelsuccess.com/masterclass. You can watch the whole thing for free. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to let you know about the closed Facebook group that we have going on for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description below. Follow that link, join us in the group, and I'll see you in the next one here. Peace.